Hey guys, this is Christian here, and today is a special day because I'm going to be doing my very first Best Picture Oscar nomination predictions for the season, and my first Oscar predictions of the season in general. We're only doing Best Picture for this video. I didn't want to do all the categories. I'm going to do all the categories probably before the festivals in August, but yeah, today we're just doing Best Picture. But I've been doing these predictions for a little after the Oscars. I want to see on my award expert app, the Brother Bro app, when I actually started predicting for the 2026 Oscars. I know I didn't start right away because I wanted to give like a little bit of time before like. Oh, I think I literally started on like 4 days after the Oscars. Yeah, for like the above like the acting categories and Best Picture and Director. I like started with all that. So yeah, wasn't too patient, but yeah. Now you're actually gonna get to like see what my predictions have to offer. So yeah, I'm only gonna talk about a couple films. I'm not gonna talk about a ton, but I'll talk about the ones that I think have a really good shot at getting nominated. So yeah. Fitting that there's a Sinners ad there because our number one is Sinners on my Best Picture predictions. So was Sinners actually going to win? I'm not sure if Sinners is actually going to win Best Picture, but I do think it's super likely to be nominated at this point. It's probably the best reviewed movie of the year so far by a long shot. It's amazing film that Ryan Coogler can get a director nomination, can get nominated for screenplay, ton of text, score, cinematography, editing, sound. You can maybe even get acting nominations with Miles Catton, Michael B. Jordan, Wunmi Mosakow. I don't really buy that that Delroy Lindo is going to get nominated, but yeah. And I have Catton getting nominated, but I don't have. That's the only acting nomination I'm predicting for this movie. This movie, I think whether or not it wins, it just depends on if another movie comes in that ends up having the same amount of buzz and the same amount of love that Sinners has. If something else come down the road happens, then I think Sinners will not be my number one anymore. But if Sinners is just the best reviewed for the whole year, I'm going to leave it at number one. When was the last time a horror movie won Best Picture? Did The Exorcist win Best Picture? If The Exorcist didn't win, this might be like the first horror movie to win Best Picture, which would be very exciting. If Ryan Coogler won Best Director too, because we know he's winning Best Director if the movie's winning Best Picture, he would also be the first Black Best Director winner in history, which is already crazy that 98 years we still haven't had a Black winner in that category. But yeah, Sinners, like, I mean, yeah, it's a horror movie. It's a little more of a blockbuster, but I think like with the amount of reviews it has, it can last till the end of the year. But it just depends on like whether or not you have a stronger movie mind. Sentimental Value recently premiered at Cannes. A lot of people, I've seen a few people having that at number one. I don't know if that's actually going to win. That couldn't win the Palme d'Or. And I don't really know if Joachim Trier is going to win director. Like, is he really going to win at like DGA or anything? Like, I don't know if he's actually going to win like DGA or something. Maybe it could be like big at like BAFTA or maybe even the Globes because they're more like international now. So no, I don't think The Exorcist won Best Picture. So I think Sinners would be like the first horror film to win Best Picture. That could be like something cool to do. You could get obviously director win. Screenplay depends. It can win screenplay. It can also lose screenplay without picture. I don't think it needs screenplay to win Best Picture, even though the screenplay is a huge part of what makes the movie work. I could see Sentimental Value just taking that, to be honest, and then Sinners just takes director picture, or maybe Sentimental Value just takes picture screenplay, and then Sinners still wins director. But I don't know. I think Sinners winning picture director does seem like a pairing that would happen. I'm not sure if it would win director without picture, but we'll see. It is more of like a technical movie, like a more like movie that's focused on like the cinematography and the text. But yeah. My number 2 is Begonia. Begonia is coming out in November. It's from Yorgos Lanthimos, stars Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Alicia Silverstone is also in it. I think it's like based on a movie. Oh my god, good thing it's just coming out. It's messing up my list. All right. Because my list keeps popping. Anyway, Begonia, I heard the original movie isn't even like that weird. Yorgos, sometimes his movies can be weird. Sometimes they're good enough for the Oscars. He's not writing this one. Will Tracy's writing this one, the writer of The Menu. So it's not Tony McNamara doing it. He did The Favorite alongside Deborah Davis, and then he also did Poor Things on his own. But he's not writing this one. It's Will Tracy. But it's not Yorgos Lanthimos writing it, which makes me think this is going to be less weird than like Kinds of Kindness or The Lobster or The Killing of the Sacred Deer. And maybe more on like, well, the Menu was like one of the many anti-rich movies that we have now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not going to be as well. Poor Things was weird, but it was still like accessible for the Oscars. And it was also an amazing movie. So yeah. Now, will it win? There could be a drive to give Yorgos Lanthimos an Oscar. I could see that happening. But it just depends on the reviews. Like if it's like his most acclaimed, I'll put that at number 1. If it's not his most acclaimed, I'll be fine just leaving it. Although I do think it is going to get nominated. I already talked a decent amount about sentimental value. This movie premiered at Cannes. It was second place at Cannes. Didn't win the Palm, but I still think it's going to get nominated with the amount of buzz. It could win screenplay. Joachim Trier, can he win director? I'm not sure. I think he's going to get nominated. But when, I'm not sure. Because, like, is he really going to win DGA or critic? I don't know. Because I think Sinners will have a better showing at, like, Critics' Choice and the Guilds. Like, Sinners seems like a movie that excel there. Kind of like Everything Everywhere. Maybe Globes and BAFTA struggles a little bit more because they're more international, but maybe sentimental value can thrive there. Renate Reinsve, Stellan Skarsgård can win for this, to be honest. I think it's gonna be him versus Adam Sandler and supporting actor. In terms of like who's out front right now, but we'll have to see. Months from now, like it could be like Adam Sandler's not even getting nominated, and all of a sudden we'll be upset. But yeah, for now they seem to be like the two like front runners, I guess. But yeah, I do think Sentimental Value is going to get nominated. Marty Supreme is, I think it's a golf movie. Josh Safdie's director. It stars Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tyler the Creator. The scene, I heard it's a little bit like Wolf of Wall Street, so maybe it could be like that nice like Wolf of Wall Street type movie. I don't think it's gonna win Best Picture. Like I don't know if this is gonna win, but I think it'll get nominated. One thing I don't like to do is like have stuff out front that's feels like exactly like the previous year. Like Marty Supreme's not an indie like Nora was. Well, I'm kind of contradicting myself, I guess, because Sinners is kind of like I do see like kind of like Everything Everywhere-isms, except it's a horror film, but yeah. But too similar to like last year, I think is especially like the thing I don't like doing. But similar to like previous years, I guess I would be more like willing to do. Like I don't want to put a movie that's exactly like a Nora like out front right now. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I think Marty Supreme is gonna get nominated. At number 5, I have Wicked for Good, which is actually getting a trailer later. I'm pretty excited for it. I love the first Wicked. I loved it way more than I was expecting to. I thought it was going to be good, but the movie itself was amazing. I had already seen the Broadway musical twice. I think it's very good. And I think Wicked for Good, I'm not sure if it's going to be better than the first Wicked. I don't even know. Like, does it need to be better to be nominated? Like, if it's just not better than the first one, are we going to be like, okay, we don't need to nominate this? But what if it's still like great but just like not on the same level as the first one? Like will it still get nominated? I feel like it's gonna be good. Like to have it be like go from great to like crap awful. Well, I don't think it's gonna be awful. Like some people maybe be like disappointed or something, but well, if it's a disappointing movie, I don't think it's getting nominated for Best Picture. That's the thing. If it's good, if it's at least good, I think it will get nominated still. Like all it needs to do is be good, and it'll get it. And I have hopes that's gonna be good. I mean, the big issue with the stage show's second act is that it's very rushed. It's only 1 hour long, and you're taking 1 hour of a stage musical, and you're making it into a movie that's probably going to be well over 2 hours long. So they're definitely gonna make lots of changes to it. All the changes, like they announced, they're splitting this movie in 2 halves. I feel like most of that is because they wanted to add more depth to the second half of the story, and they already added a good amount of depth to the first half, even though the first half did definitely have more depth than the second and the musical. So they're definitely going to add a lot to the second half, and I think it's going to be good. You can get a costume. It can maybe even win costumes again. The Cynthia Erivo song might win. Ariana Grande song might get nominated. There are some categories where I'm a little like wishy-washy, like I'm a little like skeptical if it's going to get nominated or not. Like the 2 actors again. I don't think it's going to get editing or score again. I think it's going to get production design again. Although they're going to have like the castle, and I think Glinda has like a house or apartment in this too. There, and obviously like Emerald City and Munchkinland are going to be back. So I think production. I don't know if it's going to win production design. Well, most of them are, but they're adding 2 new songs. Cynthia Elphaba's going to have one. Glinda's going to have one. The Elphaba one is being co-written by Cynthia Erivo. I think Steven Schwartz is working on both of them. I don't know if Ariana Grande is working on the Glinda song, but I know Erivo is working on the Elphaba song. So she could get her EGOT if she wins. Or if the Sinner song wins, which that would be a great winner, to be honest. That performance would be amazing. So, yeah. I'm curious to see like how the songs are gonna be, because like Elphaba and Glinda are like already have really good songs in the second half. I mean, Glinda has "Thank Goodness," which is the very first song in the Act 2 of Wicked, and then Elphaba has "No Good Deed," which is a banger. I heard from assuming that this Wicked for Good trailer is going to be the same one as the one they showed at CinemaCon, that we're going to hear a little snippet of that song in the trailer. Visual, I think it could get visual effects again. You're going to have spoilers for people who haven't seen the second half. You're going to have a Scarecrow and a Tin Man and a lion in there. Not going to say more, but they're going to be there. Makeup, I don't know if makeup, the first one got makeup. It depends on if there's a bake-off. Like, if there's no bake-off, they could probably get it done again. If there's not a bake-off, I'm not sure. I think it depends. Like, is the Scarecrow and the Tin Man going to be CGI, or is it going to be VFX, or is it going to be makeup? I have a feeling they're going to be CGI, but yeah. If the CGI is really good on them, though, that's going to prove that it's going to get a VFX nomination. But if not, then... But if they're makeup, then they'll probably have a better shot at makeup, to be honest. Obviously, being a musical, it's probably going to get sound again if it's the Best Picture. The 2 actors, though, I'm not sure. I have them in for now as placeholders, but we'll see if they get in. Number 6, I have Jake Kelly. This is the new Noah Baumbach film with George Clooney and Adam Sandler. This seems like I heard it's kind of like a real pain a little bit, but this could be a crowd-pleasing movie that they could send to like TIFF. I'm spitting all over the place. They could send it to TIFF. Maybe this could be the screenplay winner. Maybe this could win screenplay. Maybe Adam Sandler can win too. And I mean, Adam Sandler. A lot of people love Adam Sandler, and they're gonna want to see him win an Oscar. So they might want to see Stellan Skarsgård win an Oscar too. But yeah, I think it could win those 2 categories. George Clooney can get nominated. You can finally. Wait, no, actually, I don't even have Baumbach getting director. But yeah, this could be like a big crowd-pleasing movie that wins People's Choice at TIFF, maybe. That or Rental Family, which I have at number 12. I think those can be the big contenders for the People's Choice Award if Jay Kelly goes to TIFF, or if those two go to TIFF. At number 7, I have It Was Just an Accident. This won the Palme d'Or at Cannes Film Festival. What's the name of the director? It's a director that Juliette Binoche has praised in the past. She was the president of the Cannes jury this year. What's his name? Or is it Jafar Panini? Yeah. So Jafar Panini is the director. And this just winning the Palme d'Or immediately made me have it in. Because, the Palme winners have had a lot of luck getting nominated. You obviously saw Nora. We saw Anatomy of a Fall get in. These Cannes movies always do well. And Panini is going to get nominated for director too, because the Cannes directors always get nominated for Best Director. And the Cannes winners always get nominated. Nora, Anatomy of a Fall, Triangle of Sadness, Parasite won Best Picture. Nora also won. I think that winning the Palme is enough to have it in. And maybe they're going to try to get it into fall festivals too. At number 8, I have Deliver Me From Nowhere. This is the Bruce Springsteen movie with Jeremy Allen White, Stephen Graham, and Jeremy Strong. I heard some comparisons to A Complete Unknown, which obviously got 8 Oscar nominations. I'm never doubting these biopics. These biopics are always extremely Oscar bait. Jeremy Allen White might win. You might get a supporting actor nomination from Jeremy Strong or Stephen Graham, or both. I personally think Stephen Graham is a little more likely because he's playing Bruce Springsteen's father. That may be a more meaty role. Jeremy Strong's playing Bruce Springsteen's manager, but the father role might be a little more meaty because of Bruce Springsteen's relationship with his father. And also, Stephen Graham is also hot off of Adolescence. He might win an Emmy for that, and I think that will help him get in. Although Jeremy Strong is also hot off of his first Oscar nomination for The Apprentice, and he was also part of the Cannes jury this year. So maybe they both get in, maybe just one gets in, but we'll see. They'll probably get the typical nomination. It could get a screenplay nomination. It could get sound. It could get editing, maybe. Yeah, I'm not doubting biopics. At number 9, I have One Battle After Another. I'm not sure if this is going to get nominated. I mean, it's obviously Paul Thomas Anderson. He's obviously kind of an Oscar darling. But Warner Brothers already has Sinners, and this movie's coming out in September. I mean, unless they have it at a festival, but we'll have to see. I think I heard about test screenings for this being divisive. I think the trailers look pretty good, but yeah, I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson's gonna get a director nomination for this one because the director category seems pretty stacked. Although he has been nominated for every movie he's gotten a Best Picture nomination for, even Phantom Thread, which he got no precursors for. You have Leonardo DiCaprio, and Sean Penn in this. I don't really think this is going to get acting nominations, but we'll see. I think this is just a decent bet to have for now, just because of Paul Thomas Anderson. But I can't see this falling off. At number 10, I have Avatar: Avatar: Fire and Ash. I almost said Way of Water. I was like, that was already nominated for Best Picture 3 years ago. So yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water. No, Avatar: Fire and Ash. Oh my god. This is the third Avatar movie. And I kind of question if they're going to nominate this one. Do you think have they had enough Avatar, or are they still going to nominate this one and maybe they'll have enough after that, or maybe they'll just never get enough of Avatar? I mean, obviously this is going to win visual effects. I mean, that's not even a contest. I love that these past few years visual effects has been locked, well, except for 2 years ago, has been locked ever since the very beginning. I can see them getting sick of Avatar though. I mean, this doesn't have a trailer yet, although it's coming out December. But I can't see them getting sick of Avatar, but maybe it gets all the nominations Way of Water got again. I don't think you could get much more. I don't think it's gonna get score or editing or cinematography. If they didn't nominate Way of Water for that, I don't know why they would nominate this one, but maybe this could be good. Now I'll get for the few outside shots I have listed. At number 11, I have After the Hunt. This is from MGM, directed by Luca Guadagnino, starring Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, Ayoa Debris. It's about Ayoa DeBerry's character accusing Andrew Garfield's character of sexual assault. I think they're all like teachers, and Julia Roberts comes in. Julia Roberts is the lead. Is that? I don't have my visual effects predictions yet, but that's pretty close to what I have. I don't have the Tron movie, and I have the new Gore Verbinski film. Good luck, have fun, don't die. But yeah. But yeah, After the Hunt, I can see this getting nominated. I can see them nominating the 3 actors, screenplay, or they could just nominate 2 actors. Maybe they just nominate Julia Roberts. Maybe it gets 2 actors picture. Maybe it gets just 3 actors. I can see a lot of things happening to this movie. I think it sounds pretty interesting. There's no trailer yet. People who went to CinemaCon saw a trailer, but we don't have a trailer yet. Julia Roberts might win for this, and she might not. The movie might not even have to be in Best Picture for her to win. But Best Actress is one of those categories where I don't know who's gonna win. To be honest, we'll talk about Best Actress when I do my next predictions, probably in August. When I do all the predictions together. But yeah, a lot can change in August. So yeah. Number 12, I have Rental Family. I could see this also being like a big festival crowd pleaser, like that goes to TIFF, maybe wins People's Choice. This is also a Searchlight movie. This is the only Searchlight movie on this list, and Searchlight always gets something nominated. So yeah, I have to look up for Brandon. King, I hear, is because no distributor, and the movie premiered at South by Southwest, and and the reviews were, I heard good things about it, but there's no distributor, no distributor, no one has it yet, and I think that's concerning that there's still no distributor. Oh, I'm breaking up. Yeah, I saw, and I have 2 bars on my Wi-Fi. That's probably why I'm breaking up. But yeah, the fact that there's no distributor, I know Matthew McConaughey's in it. There's a new actress in it. They could maybe get nominated, but yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with that. Once they pick up a distributor, I'll just see if something like A24 or Netflix or something gets it, maybe. Neon already has. It was just an accident, and they have set amount of value. I don't think they're gonna get 3 movies. But if it's like a small distributor, I would say no. Well, Northernland wasn't nominated for Best Picture. It was only Best Documentary, and it won. But yeah, we just have to see what happens with Mzaya King. F1, I have a number 14. If that has the same hype that Top Gun Maverick had, maybe. I mean, the same director as Top Gun Maverick, Jessica Kosinski. This can win sound even without Best Picture. I think this could get nominated for editing. Visual effects we'll see if there's any visual effects in that movie, but yeah, F1, it just depends. I'm not sure if the reviews are gonna be amazing for it, but we'll just have to see. If they're phenomenal, I would maybe have to predict it and take out Avatar, but yeah. Number 15, I have Hamnet. This is Chloe Zhao's movie. She directed Nomadland and Eternals, and the movie stars Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal. This is about Shakespeare and his wife grieving, I'm pretty sure. Could be good, could maybe not be good. I'm leaving it out for now because maybe some people might think it's too much for them or something, but yeah, and also Focus already has Begonia. Maybe they could get 2 in, but yeah, we'll just have to see. The last movie I want to talk about on this list, there's one other one I want to mention that I just think is gonna be nothing, that some people may still have hope for. But before we get to that, we're gonna talk about Frankenstein, the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein. The trailer just came out for this. I think it looks pretty solid. I think it looks really good. I'm not sure if the trailer blew me away or anything, but the cinematography looks great. The sets look great. I don't think it looks like an Oscar contender though. Like for Best Picture, maybe it gets taxed like production design, cinematography, costume, makeup. But aside from that, like I just don't know. Maybe it's like this year's like Nosferatu, where it's like a horror film, gets text, doesn't get Best Picture. I don't know if it's gonna be as like sexual as Nosferatu was, but yeah. And then the last movie I want to talk about that I think is absolutely getting nothing, but some people may still have hope for it, is another Neon movie that's coming out this weekend, The Life of Chuck. So The Life of Chuck, I think Neon dropping it this year, they screwed it up for having it for this year instead of having it last year. Because it won the People's Choice Award last year. Last year could have won screenplay, probably adapted screenplay maybe. I think it could have been a contender, but this year Neon already has sentimental value. It was just an accident. I think Life of Chuck is gonna get like nothing, not even adapted screenplay. Like it's just gonna get no nominations because Neon's gonna completely drown it out. I've barely seen any marketing for it. It's not gonna make any money, although I did hear it's good. So yeah, I don't think Life of Chuck's gonna get any nominations. So yeah, those are my very first Best Picture predictions of the season. I will you're gonna get to hear my predictions in the other categories. No, he's not getting. He couldn't even get in for room. Probably in August when we already have festival lineups, I'll go over the other categories, and I'll add them to this list. Or maybe should I do separate live streams for like? I'll do one for director and the acting categories maybe, and then I'll end there and do everything else in August. I'll schedule that one for maybe a few weeks from now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.